What is going on, Failroaders? I'm Joshua Thomas, and I'm back for some more Final Fit. Actually, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the cast reveal trailer. We're going to watch this together, and I'm going to give a little bit of a breakdown on the things that I see, and it's shaping up to look really interesting, and I can't wait to find out more about this. We're about, 6 months out from its release, so let's just get started with this. Let's watch it one time all the way through. And then we will go back through and talk about a few key points.
What it means to disappear into nothingness.
Andy Serkis there.
Their memories. Their dreams. Their
I
love
love the
for each
visuals. I love the grit.
other. We exist for as long as she wants. You won't yet understand. But this is a kindness, not a cruelty.
A kindness, not a cruelty. Oh man.
The plan doesn't change. We keep heading north.
Look at his gaze right here. We're going to talk about a little bit about that.
I am not.
We get some world shots here, some enemies. They look like bosses. Love the animation so far. Pay attention to that stitching too.
Why do you refuse to see I am doing this for us?
Familiar somehow.
Expedition 33 performs a counter. Look at those. The enemy design is wicked. The combat looks pretty cool too.
May everything be decided before their very eyes, between the bars of their prison, in the shadow of the monolith.
Oh, that's an evil stare right there.
See you. In the next life.
I get chills when I hear that last line right there. See you in the next life. Spring 2025. It's roughly 6 months away. So yeah, that was the whole trailer right there. Let's go back through. First off, the visuals look amazing. It's absolutely just stunning. I love the way that their faces look gritty. Just love the overall art design, and we're going to go over that a little bit because there's some interesting things that are going on here.
Do you know what it means to disappear into nothingness?
And these are just going to be things that I noticed. Some others.
Their memories.
So I know that she is most likely 34 years old. He's 33 because in the trailer, the previous trailer, we've already seen her evaporate into dust. So we assume that she died the previous year, and they seem to be lovers or something along that line.
Their dreams.
So that's what they're talking about, loved ones here.
Their love for each other.
Love the visuals so far.
Exist.
And this is something that's interesting. The paintress has already written 33, so it appears that these people have, I guess, 24 hours after the paintress writes the number or something like that. So it's interesting that the expedition, I'm curious to see why the expeditions have to wait till the number's been written to go out, because surely they would send out expeditions before that, but we'll get into that a little bit later.
For as long as she wants.
And I'll even go to the website as well.
Yet understand. But this is a kindness, not a cruelty.
Oh, I wanted to pause it right there just because I love that line. This is a kindness, not a cruelty. So something is going on here with this guy. Obviously, he definitely looks like he is way older than 33. So how is it that Mael, I believe this girl's name is Mael, is able to see him? So far, I think we've only seen him talking to her, but I could be wrong about this. The look on her face, too. That's not her face. Go to her face. Absolute terror. But we know that she can kick ass, so something's going on here. Like, she's not gonna attack this guy for some reason. It very well could be that we know that she's an orphan, so it very well could be that this could be her dad or something like that, or a family member who has died in the past. This could be the reason she's an orphan. So hearing those words from someone who she once loved, as theoretical, could absolutely be haunting and make her question the path that she's on. And I believe she's 16 years old, so I wonder if like 16 is the minimum age you have to be in order to go on an expedition, but there's also some other odd things about her. Love whatever this is. It almost looks like water dripping off of the blade, but then again there's this water drop here too, so I don't know exactly what it is. And then we see this pile of what appears to be, I'll call them automatons or mannequins or something like that. It's difficult to see, but you can tell that there are human forms here, but they look animatronic, sort of, or robotic.
The plan doesn't change.
This look right here. Take a moment to look at this when I play this video again, because it looks like, just from the look on his face, he's just done something controversial, and he's going through that moment of questioning himself internally, or he is kind of like motivating himself to say, this was the right thing to do, and the others are questioning him. I can't remember where I saw it, but one of the other characters in a different video, not this one, said something along the lines of, we're not going to learn anything if you keep killing everything that moves, or something like that. So it could have something to do with that, but just look at just this, the way that he moves, the way his eyes move, it lets you know that he's having some kind of internal struggle.
We keep heading north. We aim for the monolith.
Ah, it's so good. We get some traversal here, we get some giant creatures.
I've been having nightmares.
So this is what it looks like to enter combat. I don't know if this is going to be some kind of boss fight, or if this is just going to be a regular creature so far. I don't know that... Yeah, we have seen some enemies that appear to be regular creatures to fight with. So we'll continue here. I love their intro animations too. Watch their animations. I'll back up, show this again. Their intro animations into combat really shows a little bit of character for all of them, and their fighting style and their attitude. Pause right there. That's a good place to pause. So here's the first instance. Look at the textures here. Look at the giant stitching and the giant texture pattern that is right here. This is one of the many instances where these things appear to be sort of larger than life, or our characters comparatively to these things appear to be miniature. Like our characters that we're playing as are going to be the tiny people or something, because this is like, you would expect the stitch this large to be like, like smaller than your hand, and yeah, this is a giant stitch. The wood pattern as well, this wooden mannequin, which appears to be larger than them as well. We see giant hands back here. There's all sorts of just creepy imagery in this game, and I'm down for it. We also see this turn queue over here, like who's coming up next, so you can see that. Looks like each character goes a couple times before it is the enemy's turn, and I'm pretty sure the enemy shows up over here too, so this is very similar to how it was in Final Fantasy X. We've got our character stats down here. We don't have their names or anything, but we do have an HP bar, and we do have this power-up bar, which we'll go over here in a minute. If you watch down here during combat, you'll see that this fills up when they successfully perform like parries or counters or something like that. There are several references to art. You'll also know that Clair Obscur means in French light and dark, or light and darkness. And it tends to be used in, I guess, artistic means. And then later on, we'll see another instance of artistics. But yeah, some of these shots are going so fast, you just can't stop to enjoy what's going on here. So yeah, parried, and I can't tell if her number went up here, but it's kind of covered by the UI here. So just keep an eye on that. They perform a counter. You'll be able to see it easily here. Look in the bottom. The numbers are going up on that blue gauge. Expedition 33 performs a counter. So it looks like when the enemy attacks everybody, if you time your abilities just right, then everybody gets to perform a counter. And here you see what appears to be the enemy. So the enemy looks like it's attacking 4 times before these guys get to attack. So we'll see how that alters. We also see a fire symbol here and the term weakness. So that is one way that you'll be able to see what your enemies are weak to. Whether there's going to be some kind of like assess ability, I don't know. And then it may talk about that on the website, and I just haven't read it. You also see 2000, their HP is in the 500s, 644 for Mael. Got some terrain traversal here that looks pretty cool. Once again, some terrain traversal. These enemies right here, I just gotta take a look at them. Once again, there's some just twisted imagery right here. Looks like a body that's contorted into this archway. Oh, I didn't freeze it in time. Goodness. There we go. So this is yet another example of how our characters kind of look miniature compared to some of these enemies. This looks like a giant bale of hay on this strange character's head. This one over here, a spool of rope and nails sticking out of it, or screws or something. And then look at the size of their hammers. There's some kind of construction work going on here. What is being constructed? I have no idea. There's some kind of hot air balloon system over here. But once again, the hammer and then a pair of some kind of pinchers or cutters. And it's just so strange looking. It's very almost Tim Burton-esque, if you will. Like Nightmare Before Christmas. This feels like something I would see in Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, this is where we see it. So Golgra shakes the earth and you perform a jump. And then she charges up her blue gauge some more, and then we see CL performs a gradient counter. So that's another instance of sort of an art form, you know, just artistic meaning in these different things that they're doing. Gradient counter, it's strange to see that. What does it mean? Maybe it's a more high-powered counter, but I don't know off the top of my head. But you can see she is attacking by herself here. She's got 17,000 HP, so they're definitely showing, and that's not even her max HP. They're definitely showing things from various parts of the game. So they have leveled up significantly here. There are some symbols right here. They're kind of hard to see, but couldn't tell you what they mean yet. I can only fathom 9999 damage. The grit right here. But that last enemy we saw, once again, seems to be another example of this sort of giant world that they're living in, where it had like giant nails in its arms, and it looked like it was larger than life, or it either it's larger than life, or these guys are smaller than life. Oh, I tried to stop it there.
Before their very eyes.
I tried to stop it right here. This is just insane looking. The way the blood is, or the grime is on her, is almost reminiscent of a terracotta doll, or a porcelain doll that has cracks all through its face, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But it's definitely strange. It's not like your typical blood spatter pattern. The way that it looks like it's cracking right here and on her nose and just in these various areas, it's very intense looking. We've got some kind of symbol right here. I don't know if that's like the expedition symbol.
Everything be decided before their very eyes.
I was trying to see what was behind them when we get that scene of, I think it's Loon and Mael, but it's too blurry really to make anything out. But we've got Ciel, we got Loon, we got Mael,
Between the bars.
we've got Gustav, who appears to be the lead male. Once again, I'm sure his motivation for going on this expedition is the fact that he lost his loved one in the previous year.
That prison. In the shadow of the monolith.
And that's it. And then we get Benstar as Verso, and it's hard to see here, but once again, you see this right here, which we saw earlier. You can see this head right here and these stacks of bodies in the background.
See you in the next life.
Expedition 33. Coming 2025 in the spring. So let's go to the website real quick, because something interesting about Verso. You see the scar that Verso has right here, and Renoir that you see earlier on, who's voiced by Andy Serkis. He also has a scar on his eye, though his eye appears to have had something happen to it. It almost looks yellow or mechanical in some nature, but he's got a scar over his eye. Over his is his left eye, and Renoir's is his right eye, so that's interesting. It's interesting to see what's going on there. But now if we scroll down here on the website, some beautiful imagery on the website, but this is what really interested me. We definitely can see that something's going on in Paris, France here, because we got the Eiffel Tower here, we've got the Arc de Triomphe, which is broken in half, and I don't know if these rocks are just floating in air or if an explosion has happened and it's just where we're seeing it mid-explosion. But then you see here, where does it say it? Tomorrow she'll wake and paint 33. Tomorrow we depart on our final mission. Destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again. We are Expedition 33. It's interesting that, once again, tomorrow is when she paints 33, and tomorrow's when they leave. So, yeah, it's so many questions. Tomorrow comes. And then, here's the thing right here that I think a lot of people are overlooking when it comes to turn-based right here, because I gotta talk briefly about this. Reactive turn-based combat. So I know people are really excited about this turn-based combat, but then you throw in reflex-based situations in this combat. This is reflex-based turn-based combat, is what they're saying. This is essentially turn-based Final Fantasy XVI with multiple characters. And I know a lot of people are going to hate that I say that, but you need to hear it, because a lot of people who are like, oh, look at this amazing turn-based looking game, I don't know if they're going to have some kind of mode in there that allows you to not be punished as much or still be rewarded for not timing your parries and counters and dodges and whatever else you may be able to do. But so far in the trailers, there have been a lot of emphasis on timed button presses in order to dodge and counter and all that kind of stuff. I'm looking forward to this. I really am looking forward to this regardless. But I gotta say that because everyone is harping on, oh, look at what turn-based can be nowadays. But this isn't just turn-based. This isn't your casual, oh, well, I'll take 5 minutes to figure out what I'm going to do next. No, because this enemy's going to attack you and you have to hit the buttons to try and dodge or parry or whatever else. So I get the feeling that while people are looking forward to this turn-based game, a lot of people are going to be turned off by this reactive part of it. Either way, I definitely want to make room in my schedule to be able to play this. Beautiful world. It absolutely looks beautiful. They have done a really good job on the visuals so far. But that's it, people. That's my breakdown for Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the cast reveal trailer. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and hope you guys will check out more videos on the FailroadExpress, and eventually some more Clair Obscur stuff to come. Thank you guys for watching. Check you guys next time.